Hey there, we need to talk. I'm going to go ahead and get into what I'm trying to talk about here because I'm told that if I don't cram the climax of my video down your throat within like the first minute and a half, you don't care about it. Now, that's not to talk about all the e-boys and e-girls out there with clickbaity titled videos that'll spend 10 minutes making faces like ooh and sound effects like for like 10 minutes before they ever get in the meat and taties of what they're trying to talk about. But it's fine. Different rules for different folks. I get it. I'm used to it. Anyway, I really don't want to take a lot of time doing this. I even question, like, should you even make this video? Because who cares? Like a YouTuber complaining about YouTube. Like, why? Like, there's so many problems out there in the world. This is such a first world thing to even complain about. Why? Well, because a handful of people have, in fact, asked. And even then, I had to sit here and kind of twist my own arm and be like, do I really want to? But this isn't really complaining so much as this is more like statement of intent. I hope that we all kind of have a new understanding going forward, okay? So, I'll go ahead and just start with this. FNAF security breach about killed this channel. That's not to say that the people who made that game were like, hey, Mr. Cephas, you need to quit making YouTube videos. We don't like that. Like, that didn't happen, right? But as a creator, as this one-man band, with the help of my smoking hot and very supportive wife, sometimes this channel, I have to wear different hats, right? On the one hand, I'm a creator. I like to make stuff. It's a passion project. It's something that I do for fun because I've been inspired to do it, and I would like to do it and hopefully inspire other people, right? But there's also the producer hat that says, like, I'll put a video together and I'll make all this nice stuff and I throw it out there on the inner tubes and I'm like, okay, that's good. I'm proud of that. And then the producer hat comes on. I'm like, all right, what are its analytics? And I start looking at like view counts and view toms and how something performs, like based on a timeline of how long it took to get to this many views relative to other videos like it and stuff. And that sucks, right? That sucks because not because like I don't want to have stuff perform well. I do. That's part of being a creator, is I want people to see my stuff. But on the other hand, there's also the standpoint where it's like I'm constantly grading myself and I'm constantly looking at every little thing I do and being like, well, what's wrong with this? What happened here? Why didn't this do? Like, and in the meanwhile, like YouTube's in the background trying to do things like make a thumbnail if you want to have more views. And it's like, I've made a thumbnail. I put music, I put animation, I've done all this other like cool stuff and everything to like I've made all this stuff. I've packaged it as well as I can. Now you have to do something with it now. You have to put it out there for people to see it. And it's a little bit of a struggle sometimes when you are kind of, you almost feel like you're beating your head against the wall, right? Like you're just kind of doing stuff and it's not really going, I don't want to say going anywhere because obviously people do see my stuff, but kind of this all hangs back onto when last year, I made a couple of theory videos and one of them just took the frick off. I mean, just like on a distribution chart, everything else would be on a straight line and it would be like off the chart up here. It just completely dwarfed everything else. And I was kind of thinking like, the stack of pebbles on one spot, eventually some of those pebbles would sort of fall off and roll onto other things. And they did a little bit for a while. And then you start getting kind of like diminishing returns on this stuff. And it kind of put me in a way where I'm like, okay, well, what am I doing wrong now? I've got better stats. I've got more subs and more, more view time and stuff. Like what has happened where we've changed this around, right? And so I start kind of looking for things that other people are doing or things that are, quote unquote, hot off the press or whatever. And it's really hard too, because the way like we treat media today, it's like we don't get something out into the zeitgeist for more than a couple of weeks before somebody starts like thinking, oh, well, now we've got the next big thing that goes and the next big thing, and trying to follow trends, man, and trying to keep your finger on the pulse of what's going to be a trend or what's not. It's a crapshoot. It's exhausting, man. It's exhausting. And so when I saw FNAF Security Breach, full disclosure, I've never played a FNAF game. I've watched people play them. I've never been interested in playing them because they seem like they're really RNG based, and given my luck stat, I just decided not to, but I was going to watch other people play them. And I've watched lore videos and theory videos and talked about them, and I'm sure we've got some FNAF merch somewhere in the house or whatever, but like, I've just never wanted to play them myself. But when I saw Security Breach, I said, okay, it looks different because you're not locked into location, like you can actually move around, so that's cool. And also, I have a channel here, what YouTuber can call themselves a gaming YouTuber if they don't play FNAF? Well, here's the problem with that. Every YouTuber freaking played FNAF. Every one of them. All of them. Including the ones who you go to. YouTube is a search engine, right? If you type in FNAF playthrough, or really anything playthrough, it's going to go where there's the most traffic and put, you know, your 2 or 3 big names of people who are known for playing stuff like that there. And then some yokel from Sticks probably isn't going to get stuff up there. Now, that's not me complaining about like, oh, I deserve more views, blah, 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 blah. Like, here's the thing. I've always said that, like, I don't want to be famous. Like, I don't want to have, like, legions or whatever. Like, I just want to have my little congregation of people who are like, that's my guy right there. I like that guy. Like, that's all I want. That's all I want. And I kind of have that on some level. I just want to have my stuff pushed in a way. And that's where that producer cap sits. And it's the thing is, the cruel thing about it is that in a perfect world, yes, you would make art for art's sake, if you can call gaming videos art. But there's other stuff I do, the short films, some of the musical stuff, the skits. I do a little bit of most things, right? And there's part of you that if we look at creation as communication, I make something, I send it, and then hopefully somebody's over there accepting it. And when it feels like you're kind of just throwing stuff out into the void, it kind of makes you, like, kind of takes a little bit of the spunk away from wanting to do it, right? I still want to do it because I've still done it, and I'm here doing it, and I intend to keep doing stuff. But, like, it's... like, it gets a little discouraging when you kind of just feel like you're just throwing stuff out there and it's not really being seen. Now, again, there are people who watch this stuff, and there's people who still like, comment, and like, and a lot of them are friends, yeah, but then there's a few people who, like, I don't think I know them, but who are new subscribers who, like, actively watch my stuff, and I appreciate all of you. Anybody who's ever watched anything of mine, like, I appreciate it. And again, this isn't, I don't want this to get hung up as being I'm complaining about views thing, but this is just sort of the mindset for why I did what I did. Anyway, not to get lost in the weeds, right? I go back and I try to play FNAF Security Breach, and you know, I was having like some weird technical difficulties with it too, so that didn't help. And then, like, the game itself was kind of like glitching on me, and like I was okay with it up until I went to that goddamn daycare where Sunrise and Moondrop, whatever his name is, literally swimming through the air after me. I'm trying to fumble around in the dark with a flashlight that will not freaking work. And, you know, if you watch that video, you're basically watching a dark screen while I'm like, where's the damn generator? Where's the damn generator? I can't find a damn generator. And you're trying to wander around, and then, like, the dude, like, clips through the thing and gets me, and I thought I was safe, but I wasn't, and I spent like an hour trying to do it, and I cut that video down so much because I was here for like 2 hours, like, trying to figure out how the game works. And then, like, I played a little bit, like, on my own off time, just to see, like, if I would like the game just in a vacuum, and, like, pieces of the floor missing and crap. And it was like, I'm not having a good time. And if I'm not having a good time, how can I expect anybody watching me to have a good time? And furthermore, on top of that, this is ultimately something I do for shiggles, right? So I don't want to play something or do something just because that's what's the end thing or whatever. And that's kind of where I get the statement of intent, right? Obviously, I'm always going to look at analytics because that's just the nature of what it is. Like, the YouTube Studio app is awesome because you can see stuff really quickly, but it sucks because you can see stuff really quickly, good, bad, or otherwise. And so, you know, that element's going to exist. But on the other hand, I'm really tired, man. Like, I'm really, really freaking tired, man. Like, doing that, going on and trying to play a game that you don't even really like that much just because you think everyone will watch it or whatever, because you're trying to recapture lightning in a bottle from one rogue video that freaking got tons of success and then everything else is sort of just falling off the wayside or whatever. Like, it sucks, man. And so here's kind of my statement of intent. And hopefully everybody watching this will agree, or people who will never see this but maybe just catch something later will agree. Like, I'm gonna just do what I want to do, man. Like, that's kind of the whole point of this, right? Like, I don't want to just do stuff just because it's popular or whatever. And this sounds like such a rudimentary thing to say, but like I said, it's easy to kind of get hung up on, but I got to do this and I got to do this. And it's like, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. Like I said, I've yet to make one red penny off of this. Like, this is not like, it'd be cool if I could, hint, hint, wink, wink, but like, it's like, I don't have to get hung up on what's performing or what's not. Like, I can make the most self-indulgent video I want to, and if it gets a great big goose egg on views, well, you know what? Crap, I made it. It'll get one view because I'll go back and watch it. Like, I don't care, man. Like, I'm kind of beyond like just the mindless self-promotion, and like anytime I make a video I have to upload to like 2 or 3 different places, and I just feel like it's this desperate, like, somebody please notice me attempt. And it's like, I don't want that, man. Like, I just want natural discovery. Like, I want somebody to stumble across one of my videos, watch a couple of them, and be like, crap, this guy's good. And he's not constantly screaming at me or overacting or whatever. Some of the stuff that you get with other people, and I'm not trying to bash other people, how they perform or whatever, but there is a certain element in me that sees stuff I like that other people do and stuff that I don't like so much that other people do. And it's like, you know, where somebody is just acting, you know, like an idiot, or screaming at you for no reason, or making some tired, sad something that for whatever reason seems to be the thing now. Like, there's gonna be me over here doing the Randy Marsh, I didn't hear no bell thing, you know, over here making whatever little whatevers that I make. So I say all that to come back around to the fact that that's why I kind of like disappeared for a little bit, is because I got so burnt out trying to sort of follow the zeitgeist that I didn't, like, I sort of fell out of love with it. And obviously I'm here and I'm going to do stuff, and I've got some stuff planned, and I'm going to do some recording probably after this is over for stuff that I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to release this first or if I'm going to release one of the other videos, but just know that this is part of a big recording thing that I'm doing. Because part of it is too that I get so busy and hung up on other stuff that I'm so dead tired at the end of the day that I don't want to. So I'm just going to start recording stuff en masse and then editing it and putting it out there because I like to make stuff. Damn it. That's kind of all I wanted to say, you know. I'm tired, man. Like, I'm going to keep reminding people, like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you like what you see, the best thing you can do for this channel, man, the best thing you can do for this channel is tell some other people about it and put it out there. Post a link, tell your friends, whatever. You know, it may not be anybody's cup of tea, and I don't know, 6 months from now, it may be just another tombstone in the great YouTube machine's wake or whatever. I'll be the most hated man on YouTube. I don't care. But I just, I want to do, like, my stuff, man. Like, my stuff. And I'm tired of constantly having to, like, shove the like, they want me to put, like, an ad on my thing. It's like, well, all my videos are right there. Just go look at those. Like, why do I have to, like, pay? And you know, you try to go to other places, and everybody wants your money, and everybody's like, ooh, well, if you give me, you know, whatever. And I'm tired of it, man. I just want to make stuff and just have people like it and inspire people and be somebody that people are like, I like that guy. And it seems like there's so much stuff in the way sometimes that I'm going to try and declutter as much as I can. So probably not going to do a lot of little cutesy phrases. I never did them to begin with, but instead of like trying to figure, like, you know, I always had that thing where I was like, well, I don't have any other outro to say, so bye, you know, like things like that. Like, not that I hated that, because that was sort of my tongue-in-cheek way of saying, you know, I don't have that, but I ain't gonna worry about that anymore, man. Like, I'm just gonna make stuff. I hope you like it. I hope you'll be here. I hope you'll bring friends, and I hope that this will continue for some time. And I said, we'll see. Sorry if this sounded ranty. I didn't want it to be. I kind of had like an outline in my head of, well, be sure you say these things and not these things. And I kind of just, you know, the pop came off and the fizz came out. But here we are, you know. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you being a part of this. If you're one of the people who likes my stuff, don't think I don't appreciate you. It's just aggravating because there's kind of like this rat race element to the whole thing that I don't necessarily want or like, but it's kind of part and parcel with being on a platform like this. It's a great platform. It's really great because it gives people like me an opportunity to make crap and put it out there and be like, I made that. That's cool. But when you're trying to grow something, and again, I'm not trying to get huge. I actively do not want to be huge, but I do want to have a little following of people who like, because I'm trying to sort of set myself apart. Not because I'm a contrarian, but just because I'm kind of different. Okay. So I'm hoping that somebody will find that and somebody will latch on to it. And if you know somebody that might like it, let them know. Otherwise, man, just keep watching. Best thing you can do is just keep the watch time up and I guess. I tried to play with the analytics. I don't know it works. Nobody knows it works anymore. Nobody knows. But it still means a lot to me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And until next time, man, we'll see you.